Hello my friends and welcome back to my channel. My name is Tiffany and in today's video we are going to be deep cleaning and organizing my kitchen, my favorite place in my entire home. I try to do this about twice a year and the summer is the perfect time to do it. I am a public educator, so I'm home during the summer and I can take my time because this is typically a little bit of a bigger project. Please disregard my dishwasher in the background. The last time that I did like some deeper cleaning and organizing was around the new year, and so I definitely need to do this. I try to just go through my cabinets, organize them because they get messy. My kids put the dishes away, they put food away, that type of thing. So it just kind of gets disorganized. I'm just gonna reorganize it. Try to get rid of some things that I haven't used. I have been known to hold on to things for the what if moments, and I need to not do that. Or I need to move things down to the basement for what if moments instead of them living rent-free in my kitchen. So I'm going to do that. And if we have time, I will attack the pantry as well. I don't know, we're gonna see because I get tired easily. I am still recovering. I had a hysterectomy at the start of the summer, well, at the end of May. And so I just get really sleepy and so I'm gonna take breaks as needed. I don't like have pain or anything, I just get tired. And so this could take me a little bit longer. So if I get to the pantry today, I do. If not, we'll save that for a future video, but it definitely needs to get done. And our refrigerator is on the fritz. It has not been getting very cold. It has stopped making ice. It stopped making ice months ago. And then everything in the freezer stopped being frozen in the last couple of days. And then the inside of the fridge is not cold. So we had a repair guy come and he believes it's the compressor and that's just expensive. So you might as well just buy a new fridge. So we got a new fridge that'll be delivered on Thursday. And so I figured I would take you along on Thursday to set up the new fridge. I'm 99.9% sure it's the exact same one. I'm pretty sure. Just because I wanted all my appliances to match. I know that's so silly, but I also really do love this fridge. It's big. This one is a big size. The one we got is a big size. There's a lot of us. We got to fit a lot of stuff in there. So anyway, all of that being said, today the focus is just to clean up the kitchen, not just clean up the kitchen. We're going to go through every single drawer and cabinet and we're going to try really hard to see what we can get rid of, organize what we can, and see how we do. And then we got to do a little bit of deeper cleaning. So without any further ado, I've got my headphone in. I am ready to plow through this. Put your headphone in. Let's get to cleaning. Okay, so when I do these videos, I always start with kind of a little overview. I went ahead and turned on the lights just because this corner of my house doesn't get as great of lighting during the day, and although it looks great for me on camera, I know it doesn't always look fantastic. So I went ahead and popped on the lights, but here is a look at my kitchen. It's, you know, a small little kitchen that does a lot of work. This is the heart of our home for sure. There's my front door. When you first walk in, you don't see it, but when you come around the corner, this is a big focal point in our great room. And I love it. Danny and I completely designed all of this, where every single cabinet was gonna go. We designed everything and I love it. The only thing I would change is having a sink in the island, but there was really nowhere else for it to go. We talked about flipping the kitchen with the dining room and putting the kitchen on this wall, but then we would lose all those lights or all those windows, so that was not optional. So, you know, we have to just have the sink in the island and that's okay. That's not the end of the world. So we did frame out our fridge to give us a little bit more of a custom look. We also made sure that we took the cabinets all the way to the ceiling and finished them off with crown molding to give it a finished look. We made sure we did crown molding along the bottom of every cabinet, again, for a finished look. And we also made sure that we did not put our microwave above our stove. And that was just primarily because we wanted to keep, you know, a more I don't know what the word I'm looking for is. I wanted the pot filler, and B, I just wanted it to look, like a little bit more of an upscale kitchen. And I felt like that was one of the ways that we could do that, considering we were on a tight budget and the kitchen is small. We did go with brick backsplash, and the brick backsplash is real. It is from the company Old Mill Brick. It's real brick. It's thin set, and we over grouted it with a light grout, and I love it. I think it steals the show by far in the kitchen and makes everything just look better and makes everything pop, and I am obsessed with it. Never, ever, ever would I change that decision. I absolutely love it. We also decided to put in a decorative cabinet there in the middle. So that is kind of like a hutch cabinet. I don't have room in my home for a hutch, and so we've got that little space there. And I love to decorate that. It is so much fun. And then the last thing I just would like to point out, that to anybody who is designing a kitchen, redoing a kitchen, remodeling a kitchen, anything like that, is drawers, drawers, drawers. Put drawers on the bottom if you can. Hands down, best decision we've ever made in our entire lives. I am obsessed with these. They are so easy to get in and out of. You can use 100% of your cabinet because you can see all the way to the back very, very easily. And I would never, ever, ever go back to regular cabinets. I just highly, highly, highly recommend doing drawers on all of your lower cabinets. We also did 2 really big ones there because we wanted to make sure we had enough room for our big pots and pans. I do have a couple that are downstairs, like my lobster pot and things like that, but it's nice to be able to put things in those bigger ones there. So that is kind of our kitchen in a nutshell. And like I said, I love this space. I'm in it all day long. When friends come over, we kind of gather around the island because this is where I typically put out all of our food. And it's just a really great space. It's also, the way that it opens up to our dining room is really nice because we can create a buffet line here on the island. And then everybody can just take their food over to the dining room, and it works out really, really nicely. So that is what we're dealing with. So we're gonna go through and just kind of go cabinet to cabinet, drawer to drawer, and take out what we can. I'm gonna pile up everything I decide to get rid of onto the dining room table, and we'll see how we do at the end. The goal is to fill a box. That's my goal today, is to fill a box with things that I no longer use or don't need from the kitchen. Let's see if I can actually do it. We're gonna go ahead and get started here in my spice cabinet. Honestly, I didn't get rid of anything from this cabinet. I just needed to reorganize a little bit and just make room for everything that's in here. We cook with a ton of seasonings, so I try really hard to just keep everything nice and close to the stove and organized.
Next up, we're going to move over to where I keep all of my cups, as well as the top row here that has some candle holders, as well as some gravy boats, that kind of thing. So again, just making room and reorganizing a little bit. I did end up getting rid of a couple of things out of this cabinet, so finally felt like I was on a roll. Moving over to the Tupperware cabinet, I just moved things a little bit, but I really did not attack this cabinet. Probably should have, but decided this was something better done a different day. It's a very overwhelming cabinet, as is this one here. This is where I keep our coffee mugs and cups, as well as our daily supplements, but I did decide to tackle this one, and I was able to get rid of quite a few mugs and just get things reorganized and looking a lot better when I open up this cabinet. It doesn't feel as stressful anymore, that's for sure. Working our way over across the refrigerator, this top cabinet here is where I keep most of our pictures, as well as cookbooks and things like that. And I really didn't have much in here to get rid of either. So again, just getting it reorganized and looking nice. In the back, I do have like extra coffee mugs and things like that for when we host holidays, just kind of the nicer ones. And then moving up to this top of the pantry here, this is where I keep all of my cake decorating items, as well as table runners and tablecloths and soaps and candles and such. So just reorganizing this and getting it looking nice. I was able to get rid of a few things out of this cabinet as well. This bottom section here is where I keep overflow from the pantry. So pasta and canned goods, things like that. So I'm just reorganizing it a little bit and making it look a little bit tidier. This is also where we keep the kids' cups as well as their water bottles. Now we're going to go ahead and start working our way across the kitchen here on the lower half, working on the drawers. This section over here is where I keep a lot of cooking supplies. So this big one here is where I house all of our old pots and pans, and the bottom section here is where I keep all of my baking goods as well as waffle makers, a donut pan, that kind of thing. So I didn't get rid of anything out of these drawers, just kind of reorganizing them a little bit. This seems to be the name of the game, but my goal really was just to make everything look tidy again, even though I did want to try to get rid of some things, and I did, but my goal really was just to make it look more organized and put together. Moving over to the drawers next to the stove, I definitely had some more cleaning I needed to do in these drawers. There's a lot of crumbs in here. This is where we are constantly getting spoons and forks, and where I'm constantly grabbing the oven mitts there. So I did take everything out of the drawer, and I grabbed the vacuum just to get all those crumbs up, vacuumed all of that up, and got this all put back together. I did do a little bit of organizing as well. I worked on doing the same down in this drawer here with our plates and our bowls. I just worked on vacuuming around, getting any crumbs and everything out of here. I try to keep all of these things right across from the dishwasher, so it's nice and easy to put that stuff away when it's time to get that emptied. Once we were done on that side, we moved over to the island. This here is where I keep all of my Ziplocs and my Reynolds wrap, that kind of situation. And then we've got the trash drawer. And this drawer was really dirty and needed to be scrubbed, including my trash can. So I'm going to go ahead and grab it, bring it up here to the sink. I'm really lucky that my sink is big enough to hold my little trash can. And we're just going to scrub this out and get it really clean. And then we're going to clean out the cabinet as well and get it put back in. I don't do this as often as I probably should, but feels good to get it done, and probably feels a little bit weird to clean your trash can, but it does make a big difference and helps to keep the smell down.
Okay, so we're done in the kitchen. I actually just got back from getting my nails done. Big Apple Red for the summer. Yeah, I was just gonna take a second to kind of walk you through the cabinets now, and then I'll show you what I was able to, decide to get rid of. So let's just start over here, and don't mind the sound of the lawnmower going in the background. Danny is mowing the lawn. But this is my spice cabinet right here next to my stove. And I didn't get rid of anything in here. I just needed to reorganize it a little bit. And it looks perfect. I use every single thing that is in here. I am a gigantic spice person. We use a ton of seasoning when I cook. So love to have this super organized and to have a lot of options. And then here on the other side, directly across from my dishwasher, this is where I keep our glasses. So this one did get pretty reorganized. It needed to be reorganized. I thought I was gonna get rid of a lot more in here, but I actually only got rid of a few plastic wine tumblers, kind of like these reusable ones over here that I have never used. I have a lot of glasses. We like to entertain. I like to, have them up there. Those are like, those are candle holders. And I wanted to show these to you. I picked these up this year at TJ Maxx. These are a dupe for Crate and Barrel glasses that I have that are up there. I have like Christmas ones and ghost ones for Halloween that were, I think, like close to $15 a glass, and those I think were $6. So that was fun. Okay, so down here on the bottom, we've got the silverware drawer that I did end up vacuuming out. It needed to be vacuumed. I did the same with our plate and bowl drawer. This gets used so much that it definitely needed to be vacuumed out. Are these not the cutest little bowls? I found these at Target in the Target dollar spot earlier this year. And I think that they were supposed to be popcorn bowls, but we use them for ice cream. I use them for yogurt. I use them for cottage cheese. I use them for all kinds of stuff, cherries, but they're a great little bowl. And then this bottom one here, I actually didn't do anything to. This is where I keep like my mixing bowls. Got those 2 little casserole bowls there. 2 casserole dishes back there, but I didn't get rid of anything in here. I didn't even do anything in there. That's perfectly fine and organized. On the other side, I didn't remove anything from this drawer either. This is like another, I don't know, utensil drawer. And then this is where I keep all of my knives. I've been asked in the past where my knives are because they're not on my countertop. And this block is from Amazon. I'll link it for you down below, as are these dividers, as is my knife sharpener. So yeah, that's where all of that is, and that's fine. I also didn't do anything with this drawer. This is my cooking drawer with my all-clad. And then the bottom one here, I didn't do anything with this one either. Because I use all of these things, and it's not going to get reorganized any better. This is the popcorn, like the large popcorn bowl that is also from Target. That was in that same section as those other bowls. I got 2 of those. Aren't they cute? Okay. That's that. Moving over to this side, I didn't do a dang thing. I think I just reorganized a tiny little bit in this cabinet. I hate this cabinet, but I am considering moving things from this cabinet to like one of these drawers. I feel like a drawer would be easier, but we're just gonna close this. This cabinet gives me anxiety. The drawer underneath is more kitchen items. I didn't remove anything from here or redo anything. Everything is used and is perfectly fine. This drawer, I think I just moved some strainers back there, but other than that, didn't really do anything with this drawer either. Same thing with this bottom drawer. This bottom drawer has my like cheese graters. This cheese grater, you guys, this is from Amazon. You can lock it so that it attaches to your countertop, and then you put your large chunks of cheese up there, and then you rotate this and it cuts it for you. It shreds it up. It is phenomenal. Such a great little tool, and it shreds your cheese so fast. And it did come with this other blade, which is for like slicing cheese, which also works great. So just so you know. This drawer here didn't really need any organizing either. This is where all my old pots and pans go to live. My children do not like using my all-clad, so they're afraid they're going to mess it up. So they use the old Caraway pans or these white nonstick pans. These are Cooksmark from Amazon. I actually still really like those. I use them all the time for eggs or something. And then I also have old Farmhouse, which was our first pots and pans. So I just can't get rid of them. And then this drawer down here, this one did get a little bit of reorganizing, a tiny bit, just kind of reorganizing it back up. But this is where all my baking items live, including our, that's our waffle iron. We got little waffle irons. But this is where all of our baking goods live. So I've got a ton of stuff in here, including our tortilla holder, but love this drawer. We use this drawer all the time, and I love it. This drawer was already organized. This is where we have all of our cutting boards and hot plates. This one here was also organized. This is like our Pyrex dishes. And then this one down here is where I keep like serving things. So this one's fine as well. There wasn't anything in there I was gonna get rid of. I recently actually did that, but probably the one that received the most love and that saw me get rid of the most things was my mug cabinet, shockingly. So those up there are all mugs that have like sentimental value. This section here are ones, these are our Moscow Mule mugs, and then these other mugs are ones I hang at the coffee bar. Here we have more of our like travel mugs, as well as our tea and honey. And that back there is a coffee coffee grinder. Yeah, that sounds better. And then this section down here is where we keep, these are the mugs Danny and I use every day. These are Brewmate. So if you take your coffee to go, a Brewmate is the jam. Like, this is not sponsored, but I love these. I have a second one up there. This is the Toddy. It's a 16 ounce. I love this mug. Love this mug. It's got the nice rubber bottom. Like, this is the best mug in the whole entire world, and it will keep your coffee hot. This is magnesium that I take every night. These are all of our daily supplements, which sounds crazy, but these are, when I say our, it's really my daily supplements. There is a medication for someone else up there, but everything else in here is what I take. So, including, I just recently started taking these Zenwise digestive enzymes. I take these before every meal that I eat, and they have been very, very helpful. I've got my daily vitamin, a Tums plus fiber plus these are my kids, but these are my fish oils because my good cholesterol was low. So anyway, so that's that. But everything else, I did get rid of I think I got rid of like 8 or 9 mugs, which I was really impressed with. Mugs are hard to part with. So this cabinet up here above our fridge is, you know, kind of where things go when we don't need them all the time. I've got cookbooks that I rarely use, most of which I just can't part with because they're sentimental. And then I've got like our pictures that I use for when we're hosting. That's what lives up here. And then this cabinet here is, this one, I really just needed to like fold things up a little bit, but these are like cake and cupcake decorating items. This section here, these are table runners and a tablecloth, and then some other items, kitchen items. And then this one down here is where I keep our soaps and our like air fresheners, and these are all candles, like little candles down here. So that is what is in here. And then like in the back there, I've got a bunch of candles. So that's that. And then this one here, I really didn't do anything with either. This is where all our canned goods live. I've been asked before, like where we have canned items, like when looking at our pantry, because you don't see them in my actual pantry. That's because they're not there. This is where they live. This is more of those items. This is where, you know, all that other stuff goes to live. And then I've got like more down here, pasta, that kind of thing, like backup ketchups, and the kids' cups that they like to use. And then the bottom is water bottles. So that is that. And then we also, I just took a moment to just make sure that this one here was cleaned up. This is where I keep like our Reynolds wrap and things like that. This is technically a spice cabinet. People put it on the side of their stove. We just needed it to fill the space because each side of the sink is the same. So this side obviously has our dishwasher, but this side, I wanted a trash cabinet, so we did this one to fill in the rest of the space, and it works out beautifully. And then this is where I keep all of our towels, and this is our trash can that needed to be cleaned. It's actually broken. It's like wobbly, falling apart, and it doesn't stay closed. So, excuse me, I sneezed. Doesn't stay closed. So we definitely need a new one of those. We're probably gonna need to just order a whole cabinet. That's all one cabinet, but that is everything. Let me go ahead and show you everything that I was able to get rid of. Don't mind our little fan going over here, but I got rid of these wine glasses plus all of these mugs. I also had to get rid of this pitcher, which not because I don't like it, because I do, I love it, but it's shattered. It's got like a big old, it's got a really big shatter right there. Can you see that? I'm getting rid of this runner that I think I bought and never once used. And then these are plastic tablecloths that I don't know why I have. I'm gonna end up keeping these tan ones, but the other ones I'm going to go ahead and get rid of. So, you know, it's not much, but I said I was hoping I could fill a box, and I think I did. So there's that. This is dinner. We're gonna do some cheeseburgers, so I'm gonna go ahead and get that started. But I'm feeling really good with how much we got done in the kitchen. And of course, now that I'm here in the back of the house, Danny, ready to finish up this video, Danny is also in the back of the house, so fancy that. But anyway, that's gonna be it for today's video. We're gonna save the pantry for another video. We're gonna save the fridge for another video. We've got a new fridge coming in 2 days, so stay tuned for that. Yeah, so hopefully you guys found this interesting and maybe found it inspirational to go through your cabinets. It's definitely something that I need to do at least once a year, but I try to do it twice a year, just so I can stay up on the organization, because it very quickly will just kind of fall apart. So I'm gonna go ahead and end this video. I'm gonna go cook dinner for my family, and I will see you guys in the next one. Have a great day, my friends. See you soon.